Randy Arozarena.
Randy Arozarena.
How long has it been? Like a week, a month?
It's been a while.
2 weeks?
3 weeks.
All right, we're back. Russell Gage, we got in the background. So we're back after about 2-3 weeks. Got
It's been a while.
Got a lot to catch you guys up on that we missed in the sports world. Guess we'll start right in with baseball. Last time we had a pod, I don't even think the playoffs even started yet.
I think it was the end of the regular season. We were
Or
just
at least-
talking about.
At least close to it. But the first round was kind of just like a wash. There wasn't really anything like
Nothing
too crazy.
Honestly, we didn't need to do a podcast for that. It was nothing like. I mean, we could have talked about something, but nothing like. Right now is really when everyone's starting to.
I mean, right now I feel like
like
even the series or like the Braves swept the Marlins 3-0. The Dodgers might sweep the Padres 3-0.
I don't think Dodgers lose until the World
And
Series.
the Astros won 3-1. The only good series really is the Rays Yankees, which is tied 2-2 now.
Yeah,
Which Game 5 will be tomorrow.
great matchup. Probably best
Cole-
pitching
Cole
matchup
on-
of the playoffs so far.
Cole on 4 days rest. I don't know. Bieber versus Cole was supposed to be a good matchup.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying because the way Glasnow pitched last game against the Yankees, and then the way Cole obviously pitched all year, and then
Well,
in the playoffs.
Glasnow's on a 2-day rest, so it's going to be a little sketchy, especially that he threw 100 pitches. But Cole is on like 4 or 5 days rest, so I'm more confident in Cole right now, especially with how much.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think
2 days rest is a little ridiculous to
especially
throw.
after throwing so many pitches because like
He's got to be on maybe like a 40 pitch limit or something like that.
yeah, which is honestly pointless. I think because why throw him if you're only gonna throw him for like 3 innings?
Mm.
You know what I mean? 3-4 innings because even if he does like do good in those 4 innings, like Cole's gonna match him through those
He
first
should.
couple innings. But I don't know.
Sticking with the Rays, how about Randy Arozarena?
Guy's crazy.
No one knew who he was.
I honestly never heard of him up until
No one
this
knew who he
series.
was till this series. All of a sudden, he's the new Yankee killer.
It's crazy. There's always someone in the playoffs that does this. Like a couple years ago, it was Daniel Murphy in the playoffs.
Yeah, but at least he was
against the
known.
Yankees, but I'm saying like after that, like he never like lived up back to that.
Yeah,
But, like this is the same thing, but maybe he'll turn out good. He's still young, but
I don't know.
all I know is that this series is way more stressful than I figured it would be. I thought maybe they would go to like 4 games and the Yankees would,
Well,
Yeah,
I know.
top.
I know. I feel like this had the making to be the best series just because of the pitching the Rays have, not necessarily their hitting. Even though their hitting is actually doing very good right now. Didn't really expect that, but I think if the Rays played any other team besides the Yankees, I think they would have won easily.
even the Astros.
Yes, I think.
I don't know, Astros in the playoffs always or something.
I don't know. I just think that it's just a tough matchup for the Rays because the Astros don't really have the pitching. Like, look at the games against the A's. They gave up so much, like a shit ton of runs. Except
Right,
the
today they
first.
gave up like 6 runs or whatever.
And
But,
the other day they gave up 7.
right, but I don't know. It's just something about them in the playoffs. I always feel like I always trust them.
I think if the Yankees beat the Rays tomorrow, which I think there's
Do you
a
want to
good
give like a bold statement?
I think
of,
there's
like,
a
what
good
you
chance.
that-
I think there's a good chance the Yankees won. I called Matt and Tony, aka the Yankee hater.
Yeah, fuck him.
Told them that I was guaranteeing them a win. I think I called them at 11:30 this morning. Told them a guaranteed Yankees Game 4 win. They won 5-1.
They showed up.
I was just confident, especially after those 2 games. I knew the Rays couldn't stay that hot. I knew something big was going to happen for the Yankees. Gleyber Torres, big clutch 2-run homer.
Yeah, they showed up today, and the pitching was good. I wasn't expecting Jordan Montgomery to actually show up and pitch well,
He pitched well today.
and definitely better than what they showed the last 2 games,
Definitely.
pitching wise. That is, but if their lineup can stay this good, if Stanton can stay this good, Gleyber can stay hot, and Judge can, rebound off like a tougher, not that good of a series, but.
Yeah, I mean, Stanton basically carried us with five straight games with a home run. I think he had 6 overall.
And Voit obviously playing good.
Voit hit his first home run in the playoffs today.
And
Should have had 2, actually. The second one flew out to the track.
And LeMahieu, obviously, best hitter in the league by. Yeah. He's obviously one of the best hitters in the league, LeMahieu. So I think it would be good if the pitching shows up. I don't care. If the pitching shows up, I think.
I think your best bet is Garrett Cole on the mound tomorrow. You got to roll with him. If you lose, you lose. At least you lost with your best arm. But we'll definitely get back to you guys. Hopefully before.
Do you want to guarantee the win?
I'm not going to guarantee a win yet. Usually do it the morning of. So probably next podcast, probably start of the maybe in the middle of the ALCS, NLCS. Thanks. But we'll probably be back around the middle of the ALCS and NLCS. And I'll tell you what I predicted. See if it was right or not. But it's basically it for the MLB right now, right?
Yeah, nothing else.
Besides like the Dodgers, Padres.
We could talk about the Dodgers.
Like the Dodgers and Padres are a little chippy right now, but it's still like I feel like the Dodgers. They're up 2-0. They're stepping on their.
They're winning like 9-2 right now.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's over.
That's over.
I think the Padres are still a good team, but
no, they'll be good in the future too. I mean, obviously with Tatis, they're set for a couple years.
I'm gonna give a bold statement.
Mm-hmm.
I think Trevor Bauer signs with the Padres this offseason.
They could use another. Him and Clevenger would be crazy.
Reuniting them in San Diego, I think that'd be cool. I'm not gonna say it will happen, but I think that'd be pretty cool.
If it does happen, though,
but
they're definitely a threat.
Sticking on the topic of playoffs, NBA. I mean, last time we were talking, I think we were in the
last time we talked, we were in like I don't know,
Eastern Conference Finals.
Something like that. And now we're midway through the finals right now. Or actually, basically done with the finals. It's 3-1. I'm pretty sure you could agree with me. The series is over with.
Well, yeah. I mean, I would have to say that you kind of figured this is probably the easiest like title like run for LeBron, like finals
because I think if you had to go against the Celtics or Raptors, I think would give him a better fight than what the Heat are. You just hear so much that the Heat, like they're not gonna back out or whatever, but like
they're just overmatched.
No, exactly. There's just more talent with Anthony Davis and LeBron, and then basically just them two. I mean, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is. They said the last few games he's doing good, but like. Just them two compared to Jimmy Butler and like Tyler Hero.
They're really not a good matchup for the Heat. I mean, it was definitely a good run for them. No one was really they were the 5 seed. No one really expecting them to get to the finals.
It was definitely. I mean, everything's about this season is just like off. Like I think if it was a regular season, you wouldn't see the Heat in the finals.
I also think if it was a regular season for the MLB, you wouldn't see half the teams in that playoffs, like the Marlins.
No way. I think also everything would be different.
I mean, only other thing really going on in the NBA is Doc Rivers signing with the Sixers.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really that significant because I don't think the Sixers are going to win anything anyway.
I just don't think they'll ever win with what they have, honestly. Embiid's good.
They should have kept Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, but Simmons is never going to be the best player on the team. He can't shoot. Not a leader. All that stuff. You know,
I think next year the Nets are going to come out of the East.
Nets, Celtics. It's just Celtics will be there. Obviously, Heat are going to be there. Raptors will be there. Bucks will be there. Nets should. They're the most talent with them too. Same thing. Between them against the Lakers, like I would much rather be seeing that finals than seeing what I'm watching now because it's a wash right now. So it is what it is. I'm sure.
Basically, the NBA is almost done.
I'm positive our next podcast will be saying Lakers won the finals.
Yeah. I mean, isn't that game tomorrow night?
Yeah, it's tomorrow night. I'm pretty sure that series is over. I don't even have that much interest in watching, if I'm being honest, because if that's on that's on the same day the Yankees are in the playoff tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So
we'll know the fate of both that.
What are you gonna watch? Obviously, I'm watching the Yankees.
I'm watching the Yankees tomorrow.
And it's crazy because it's not even the World Series.
I'm watching the Yankees, but
even if a regular NFL football game is
I might tune in for the end of it if I see the Lakers are winning.
I'll be watching, like, seeing the score and stuff, but I don't care as much. It's whatever. The season wasn't what I wanted it to be, but
I guess we can go on to our last topic, NFL.
Yeah, which is also being the main story right now is the COVID outbreak. Obviously, the Titans have like 20 cases or whatever for them. The Patriots have a few now, 2 big name players, and
And the Bears just beat the Bucks. Just as we're speaking,
the
right
Bears
behind
beat
us.
the Bucks. That's crazy. Nick Foles. I hate that. I don't know. I guess Tom Brady isn't like this insane. Gonna turn the team around like that.
Well, if you want to talk about quarterbacks, I mean, Dak Prescott might be the best fantasy quarterback right now.
Yeah.
It also helps him that his team is like always behind because his defense is so bad.
No, yeah.
So he could just throw the ball like 30 times in the second half because they're behind by like 2+ scores.
He's gonna break some crazy records with yardage this year.
He should.
Definitely
not this week though against the Giants.
This week against the Giants, they went 34-3, but Zeke will have a bunch of yards.
Yeah, I mean, if this is the week for I'm not saying don't start Prescott, but like he's obviously going to throw for like 2 or 3 touchdowns, but there's going to be a lot of running.
Right. Yeah, this is definitely won't have 500 yards this week because they're going to be such a terrible, terrible, terrible Giants defense, terrible Giants team. We're both Giants fans, so we both can agree that sucks being a Giants fan. There's nothing appealing about them. There's
boring team.
Whatever. So, but we're basically in full swing in the NFL, week 5 now. Who's been the most surprising player you think so far?
Surprising?
Yeah.
I'd probably say Robbie Anderson because no one really expected him to get a lot of targets, really much of anything, and he's basically taken over DJ Moore's role.
DJ Moore kind of fell off a little bit.
Hasn't really gotten much. I think in a few weeks, Bridgewater will get DJ Moore more involved. But for right now, I just feel like everyone's kind of putting their number one guy on DJ Moore, and Robbie Anderson's got a secondary or third guy on him.
It's crazy. He's having a great
I feel
year
that's how it is for everyone, really. Ridley, even though I think he's
look
good.
At Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd.
He became their number one from that.
Yeah. I feel because so many teams only have one really shut down guy. Not really many guys that have a bunch of guys that can be shut down. So if you're a second option for a team, their second receiver, you'll probably get a lot more targets, get open more.
I think mine, I would say, is Josh Allen. Everyone knew he was going to be good. Last year he was good and all, but he's been insane this year.
Yeah.
And obviously that win against the Rams was his
I feel like the Rams kind of got screwed though with that pass interference.
Oh yeah, no, that was bullshit. That was a bad call. But I'm saying, his first half of that game was crazy. Yeah, they kind of sucked in the second half, but I just think that in general, Josh Allen's been crazy. He's got 12 touchdown passes. I think he only threw 1 pick so far.
Yeah. I don't know how many picks he's thrown.
I don't think he's thrown a lot.
I know he's not very good a decision maker though. In
right,
big
I'm pretty sure he only has 1 pick though. I could double check. Yeah, he only has 1 pick. And I would say, the best quarterback in the league right now. I still think
Russell Wilson.
Right
now he's probably the MVP.
Well, yeah, no, right now I think he's the MVP, but Mahomes still
Yeah, obviously.
11 touchdowns, no interceptions, yes. Russell Wilson, 16 touchdowns, which is crazy through 4 weeks with the 2 picks. He's playing insane. He's got insane receivers with Metcalf and Lockett. I think that's going to be the Super Bowl, I think. Seahawks, Chiefs.
That's what you think? I think the Packers.
I think that'll be NFC Championship, Seahawks, Packers. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but
I think if the Packers keep playing like this, I don't think they make it to the Super Bowl.
That'd be a good game. I don't know if they play this season, in the regular season, the Seahawks and Packers, but that's a good game. I wanted to say Buccaneers, but Buccaneers just they just lost to the
I don't think the Bucs are anything crazy.
Nah, they'll probably make it to the playoffs. They'll probably lose wild card or whatever, but
yeah.
Because they're not the best team in that division because the Saints are better than them, so
I don't think the Saints are anything special right now. They're good.
When they get Michael Thomas back, I think that they're just as good as anyone in the NFC. Because Kamara's on a different level. Yeah.
Well, actually, you might have an answer. It might be Kamara with this question that we have for today. Fantasy football were to restart, and you know what you know now about what this season would have happened. Would you still take McCaffrey one, or would you take somebody else?
Well,
if you had the number one pick.
I would take Kamara right now, and then if I had 2, I'd take Zeke. And then 3 probably I'd still it's in between McCaffrey like Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
And then because I took Saquon too. If I knew that obviously if I knew Saquon would get hurt, I'd take him later. But I'm not Saquon, McCaffrey, because McCaffrey is gonna come back. Like Saquon's done.
Yeah.
But I would definitely take Kamara because guaranteed 20, 30 points a week, some interceptions.
I'd have to take Kamara too, just because he catches so many passes. He's especially with Thomas out.
Oh yeah,
Literally he's the only
weapon
that they got. Get every third down, they always go to him.
Yeah, 100 yards receiving.
Yeah, I mean I know
Rushing
some
touchdown.
people. We're getting. They might take Dak Prescott and run overall.
Yeah, I don't know why.
If it restarted, the fantasy.
Dak Prescott giving that many points as a quarterback, though, that's crazy.
I mean, he could save some people's teams from a loss. Crickets.
But definitely Kamara at 1.
Yeah. I mean, I might take Prescott at 1 if I knew he's going to put up 50 every week and save me from winning by 80 instead of winning by 30.
Yeah, that would really suck if you only won by 30 in your fantasy game and not 100. But yeah,
That's about it, right?
that's basically it. But I'm sure next time we see it, honestly, as hard it is to upload right now because with school and all this COVID bullshit,
School, work, COVID.
it's kind of hard to upload right now. So we might honestly have the NBA finals done.
Adam's
and
working. Adam, our
NBA
cameraman's
finals
working.
done, and
Adam-
MLB playoffs might be done too, and then we'll be in week 8 of the NFL. But
It's also kind of hard to film because Adam, our cameraman, has worked doubles at Caffrey's Tavern. If you ever heard of it,
shout out Caffrey.
shout out to Caffrey's and Adam Ramakrishnan. I mean, I'm sure we say right now that we'll probably be back in the middle of the ALCS, NLCS after the finals, but we'll probably be back in 2 months with the way we upload.
Especially with this COVID bullshit.
Especially with the COVID bullshit. And yeah.
And also, we want to give, at the end of the video, just a special shout out to our sponsor, which is Pepsi.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you.